Good morning. Another day on the homestead, and I'm glad you're watching. Well, here we are back at the cat house that I'm building, that Lee's helping me with on occasion because he's at work today, so he's not helping. But I am looking at it and I'm thinking what we're gonna do next. I'm thinking we need some windows, and I'm thinking that I need to do something with the door frame. On this side of the doorway area, you remember I put the wood that does this and it goes down. Well, I'm thinking on the opposite side I need to also do the same thing, so the door is actually out a little ways. Why? So it matches, and that's all. And I think it'll be better. Don't know why, but I do. And so I'm thinking knocking off the ends of that board, those two boards, because I didn't know what they were just there, knocking them off using those two boards over here on the opposite side of the doorway, and just keep it matched up. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right. And so I'm also thinking that big space where it looks like a gate, oops, wrong way, right there where it looks like a gate because I went up and down instead of sideways with it, maybe a large window above it and then finish it off. And so the rope's going to have a slight slope, so I don't want to go too high in the back, because from the front to the back it's just going to slope just a little bit. We're ordering the supplies to do the framework on the top, as well as the roof slats and roofing material for this particular thing. And so, wow, what do I need to do? I need to go get some tools, and I'll be right back. My arms are so sore from yesterday's hammering and lifting wood. I'm shaking and I'm kind of weak. I don't think I'm going to last very long doing this job. Especially up high over my head. My shoulders, everything. Just weak and achy. So I might end up having to do other things. The garden is overrun with weeds again. Grass, weeds, whatever. It needs to be weed eaten. You know what? I'm just going to take a minute, get me a drink, and give it some thought. Only did one board and I'm hurting, so just a minute. I'll make my decision. That one there is not quite long enough to go in the front, and I could put it back here, but we need that slope, right? So the front needs to be taller than the back, and I'm not sure where that slope is. So I think we need to put that slope in before we put the last board on. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and separate another board and just have a couple of boards ready to go. And I need to fill in the little holes. There's some gaps that I need to fill in, and that's probably more important than doing the top rail. And so if I can get everything to the top rail so we're ready to tie it all together, that'd be great. But let's go ahead and separate some more boards. Something I wasn't aware of, but I have figured out since yesterday, is that over in this area must be a cat litter box, because when I got started, everything was fine. And then I stepped in some poo that wasn't there. I'm like, what the heck? Then some more poo. I covered it up with cardboard, and today there's 2 new piles of poo next to the cardboard. Plus, I just slipped on the tarp. When I lifted it up to put it back, there's poo under the tarp. So, I think this is a litter box. That makes sense, right outside the cat house. So, at least I know where to go and collect it. I could rake it all up and get rid of it easier if it's all together, because they just go anywhere and everywhere. But somebody's litter box is right here, and unfortunately, I have found it. It appears to be break time. Gonna get more water, and we'll be right back and decide what we're gonna do next. Okay, well, it's been several hours. Lee came home and I went to go check on him, and we're gonna put in a big order into Lowe's because it's employee discount days and we get 20% off. And with shipping and all the things happening with the possible tariffs or the tariffs and the shortages and whatever else they say is going to happen, we decided that maybe we'd go ahead and do a bundle order so we can move forward and not have to worry about delays and higher costs. That's our thought anyway. And with the 20% off, we couldn't beat that. And so we're sitting there trying to calculate things like roofing materials and trim pieces. I think they call them drip edges or something. And what we need to start the next build and how many blocks. And we're not finished, but we got to get this done today because tomorrow's the last day to put that order in before we lose that 20%. They did it at Christmas time too, and we totally lost the 20% at Christmas time because we missed the days. It's like 5 days long or something, and we missed them. Too bad for us. But lucky they did it 6 months later, and we better get on to it. Anyhow, I got a little bit of daylight left, so I'm going to go ahead and weed eat the garden. And so I'm going to get the weed eater and just jump right on in. almost done with the garden, but I ran out of battery. The trailer right there is on a patch of grass that I haven't done at all, and so I need to do that little patch of grass right there. The rest of it is looking pretty good, and so let me get this battery. It looks like I'm going to need a battery on the camera too, and I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I'm just laying cardboard now. I'm laying cardboard so I can put the wood chips, the bark, on top of them in that particular area so I could avoid having to weed around all that stuff. And eventually, I'm hoping that maybe the whole garden, except for the garden beds, will be wood chips. Then I won't have to weed any of it. Well, that's not true, but it's mostly true. And so I need some more cardboard to finish off that little piece, and then I'm going to pour the bark. Okay, well, sun's going down, haven't eaten dinner yet, and I think this is good. Got a little bit of red going on where we put the wood chips, but what's really going to be helpful is I won't have to go and do the weed eating there. We'll still have to eat the rest of it, but it won't be the tedious way to do it. Right now the bags are like $2 a piece, so we're going to pick up some more bags and maybe finish the other side of the other side right there near the green buckets on that side to kind of finish it off there and make that section, that whole section, red. And anyway, gosh, thanks for watching. We sure appreciate each and every one of you. Please be sure to like, share, press that notification bell, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Go ahead and leave us a comment, and we will see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.